Bye bye. Bye bye. What's up? What's up? What's up? We're back. Enjoy the show. Some more NBA 2K. What the? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What'd you say? Did y'all just see that? Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Don't tell me I gotta start over in this piece. I'm not doing that. Hold up. Confirm my email. Nigga, I'm the king of 2K. Do you know how long I've been playing 2K? Wow. This is not even planned. Hold on. I'm gonna pull the B right back. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. The fuck they talking about right now? Hold up. That's some shit. The fuck they talking about? Confirm your email. Yeah, I just hold on. Let me close the game. I just verified it. There we go. Okay, I just verified it. I was gonna create some shit and then start over, nigga. The fuck? This shit costs money, boy. I bought the 2K on discount. Plus the NBA 2K Playgrounds too. They bought the NBA Playgrounds and they made it NBA 2K Playgrounds. So they just wanted some shit. They pretty much just they bought the license and they took all the coding and all the animation. So I was like, I'm not gonna start over. You know how mad I'll be like, oh, you gotta start over, but it looks like I got my guy right here. It looks like it. So the good amount of freaking hours I put in, and I do a lot of social media stuff and editing for YouTube, so I don't have time to start over. Mad as fuck. Like, yo, I have the proof. I have the proof that I played because I'm a streamer, bitch ass motherfuckers. So, just in case you forgot, I've been on this sucker. All right, mad as hell. Fuck you talking about? Shit. Bullshit. Nigga, we starting over. Like what? What you say? Sister coach, AI, congrats again on becoming sixth man. You earned it, son. Just know that we'll be counting on you to deliver a spark off the bench. Got all the tryhards out here. On the baby courts. What the hell? Is that Giannis and Kuto? Kuto. What the hell is this? Yo, Anthony Davis, bro. He's funny as hell. They should have everyone that is playing on the Pelicans in the same server. So like the players Fuck. But first loss. I don't want to talk to nobody. Gone. Fuck this shit. Fuck that, bro. You witnessed my first loss off of some bullshit because I had a retard and I had a guy that wasn't too smart with his big man.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Happy Halloween, folks. Got a Halloween sound effect for me? Ooh, that could also be a breezy day.
Yes.
Good to be with you
It's
on the...
hell right now. Did not want to lose, bro. I don't want to lose. All mine starting over. Psych. I don't give a fuck. Greatness of old time ain't being respected no more. Where the people at? Shit. Ass. Everyone is ass. Oh, these are 12-minute corners too.
The sold-out and noisy Oracle Arena. You'll see the New Orleans Pelicans facing the NBA champion Golden State Warriors. Happy Halloween, everybody. Trick or treat, it's the NBA. We're glad to get spooky with you tonight. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Tip-off goes to the making a switch here. Brooks checked in. Boy, Chris, how much fun is it to have basketball back? Talk about some of the things you personally
What kind of dumbass
look
pass
for
was
early
that?
in a season.
What kind of
What
shit
I personally look for
was
in the
that?
beginning of the
Huh?
season is how guys develop.
Shit.
And a lot of that is body language. You know, are you putting your head down and dropping your head after a shot? Are you not running back on defense after a turnover? These are all little things that show what you're thinking about. You know, I just kind of check out the development, but again, the body language is a guy playing hard.
What the? Nigga, turn around and catch a ball.
Coach eye contact in the
Fucking hell. I threw right to the nigga.
I'm passing.
Give me that
open
shit. You
players
can't
for a
catch.
better shot. And so
Fucking
those are
dumb
the
nigga.
things that I look at. And then again, with the pace being at an all-time high, I think now is a
Like
new
that
golden
fucking
era of
62
basketball
overall.
where you can have so much more fun because
damn it.
you are no longer held to rules of not getting out of the shot clock, not getting on the fast break. Coaches are
Thanks,
now
nigga.
encouraging this style, so the game to me
Thank
is
you,
a lot
nigga.
more fun. Hopefully, as a rookie, you come in and you embrace this and just let it fly.
So for New Orleans right now, down low, it's Randall and Davis. Holiday out there with Brooks. And it's
Awesome.
Miller in at the small forward.
And really setting the tone early with their three-point shooting.
Here's Brooks. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in.
And it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, both teams have come out with solid
Where?
offensive strategies.
First of all,
And
don't
of course,
attack his fucking arm, like
Rebko's
up
checked
here.
in for Green.
Get the ball.
And then for New
Like,
Orleans, Okafor is checked in for Anthony Davis.
Damn,
Stanley
man.
Johnson
Roll brain.
comes in
Roll
for Miller.
a brain.
And Moore subbed in for
Nigga.
Drew Holiday. Shot from the inbound. And that one is off. Excellent D there from Okafor. Out left to the wing. Fires the three. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And he likes to get in a
Let's
rhythm
go.
early. Nice triple.
Yeah.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Away
Hell
from
no.
home, you got to execute. And they did that flawlessly.
Yeah, and they also controlled the pace of the game for most of the night. Outstanding effort in a hostile environment.
Inside.
Right there.
And
Saw you
Randle
though.
throws it down.
Anytime
Saw you
Randle gets
though.
near the rim, you better look out. It's about to be a brutal finish.
The Warriors leading. Curry with it. And he really did play well against Chicago in that last game. Good on the triple.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Brooks against Curry. Brooks dishes to Moore. Brooks outside.
Got him. Go up, nigga.
Okafor, the pass to Brooks.
I'll do it for you,
Uses the
nigga.
glass to finish
Shit.
the layup.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And here are the Warriors now. Thompson finds Curry.
that.
Stolen
Give me
by
that.
Brooks.
He
From
play
deep.
no defense, but
And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins.
almost got the young kid.
Durant
Oh,
wide
leave
open.
him.
Fires. Another three for Golden State.
Rain out
They're
here.
getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5
Don't leave me,
are from three-point range.
And he's
He
good on the
trained
free ball.
threes.
Brooks has gone 1 of 2 shooting from 3. Outside Durant. And Cousins kicks to Curry. From deep 3-point range. Pelicans
there.
with the rebound. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And typically on the road, it's harder to get into a great rhythm offensively, but they did just that.
Extremely accurate throughout the evening. I thought the play calling really fit the lineups they were rolling out. Well, think about it. There's plenty of centers on the Warriors roster, but when the going gets
Chill,
tough,
bro.
they can go small.
See, you have to sit the fuck down. Come back 7:51.
Pelicans trail
Second
by
quarter.
5. The talented forward pair of Durant and Green at the 3 and the 4. Curry and Thompson are the 1 and the 2. And it's Bell in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Davis with the bucket.
Still
Just
close
so
to.
resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second
Keep your
chance
hands
bucket.
from.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down.
Ass.
Thanks, David. And Chris, you know, you were talking about a couple of the nicknames for that Golden State Warriors lineup.
Oh yeah, but I mean they used it sparingly in the regular season. You know, it wasn't something they wanted you to get used to. The
Mini
playmaking,
bugs.
defensive versatility of that unit, to me, that's what stands out. It's tough for a traditional center to stay on the court against them, you know, with all that skill and mobility there.
The Pelicans have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Well, he was drafted
Game over your
7th in 2014. Randall actually dropped because of injury concerns. You see, he has all the talent in the world.
A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. That's good. It's Miller with the assist. Miller's got 3 assists in the game. Golden State's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Pass to Bell. Golden State moving it around. Thompson against Holiday. Fades. Thompson misses.
I like the shot selection on that one, despite the miss.
Brooks kicks to Miller. AI in the post, guarded by Curry. Brooks the pass to Randall, and they take the lead.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Well, look, Julius Randle making an effort to up his physical condition. Look, you love his motor, and he wants to be able to handle dealing with larger assignments, as he can often give up height on most plays against most players. He's one of the more consistent presence on the floor.
And Bell kicks to Curry. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And so it's Randle bringing it up now for New Orleans. Brooks misses.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first. And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
On the wing, Miller. Thompson against Holiday. Here's Brooks. And no good that time. And Golden State will come the other way.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And the wide open shot from Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 7th assist here tonight. The drive by Brooks. Holiday. And it goes out of bounds.
Rips low, not like
Last touch
rip
by Green.
medium.
And for a
I
look
mean,
at how
mid.
the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story.
All's gonna
You
lose
take a look at
first.
the Warriors. They're still dominant, sitting at number 1 once again.
I think for New Orleans, they love the situation they're in right now, playing very well, but looking ahead, they know there's still a lot left to prove. And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Yeah, guys, and his teammates love him. Gotta get him a few big pats on the back.
And the Warriors making a change here. Looney's checked in. Curry wide open. Off target from outside.
He's trying to help him add to this lead, but he just can't find his touch.
AI in the post. Curry meets him.
Still looking to get into a groove this quarter.
The Warriors leading. To the middle. Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
Good recognition from Durant. He's a talented passer.
New Orleans has gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on 3. Brooks finds Davis. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Davis has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And we've all heard the rumors that have been floating around the last few seasons. A lot of speculation if Davis could get traded or break leave in free agency.
I mean, Davis moving would be one of the rare situations where it literally could shake up the entire league. You hear a lot of different teams express their interest in him, but credit to Davis. He really has remained committed to New Orleans and has said everything you want to hear from a fan's perspective.
He is dominating this quarter. He sees a soft spot in the D, and he's attacking.
He dialed that one up from long distance. Brooks has got 11 points.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last 2 possessions. They're going that way.
Outside Durant lets the 3 fly. Brooks grabs the board.
They cannot leave him open like that. The D got away with one there.
Outside Davis. And it's good. Assisting on the play was
He
Brooks.
almost fucked it all up.
Brooks has got 6 assists now in the game.
He played a very solid first quarter, and now he's taking it up a notch here in the second.
Curry passes to Looney. Back to Curry. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Miller. And here's Brooks from outside. That shot missing. And Golden State will come the other way. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
They take on a team they knocked out of the playoffs last season in the conference semis.
Your rep coach checked in for the Warriors. Thompson against Holiday. Thompson dishes to Curry. Stolen by Brooks. Here's Miller, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Miller's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Thompson right side. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Look, he had all the time in the world to get the jumper off. Maybe it was too much time.
Yes, sir.
With
Let's
the
go.
bucket.
And it just seems that every
Good
pass
stuff.
they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Jerebko kicks to Thompson. Pass to Looney. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Davis against Green. Shot clock at 6. Over Miller. And again, no good by Golden State. New Orleans with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. Here's Davis. Whistle
Nice.
blows.
And
Bucket
one.
is good. And he'll have a
Beat his
chance
ass.
at the line to make it a
Beat his
three-point
ass.
play.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Draymond Green. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Steph Curry. Looney kicks to Cook. It's good from long range. Cook's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Brooks finds Davis. Trying to get open is Brooks. And Davis gets it to go on the assist
Hey,
by
big boy.
Brooks. And the Pelicans lead by 7. The Warriors shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Passes it to Looney. Back to Cook. The pass to Looney. Now the dish to Cook. Over Brooks. Cook, good. Cook's got 5 points now this quarter.
Wow, he's only going to hit that shot about 1 out of 10 times.
Here's Brooks over Cook. And it's
Wow.
New Orleans
That's your
scoring
back, boy.
again.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Knocked away. Stolen by Brooks. And here they go. Stolen by
What the
Thompson.
hell?
Here we go.
Oh.
Just 3 on the clock. And he bangs it home with one hand.
You see the recognition. Thompson, dependable at getting it to the open man.
Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for New Orleans. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Here with Elfrid Payton. Elfrid, what's the game plan defensively in the second half?
We gotta continue to stay home on shooters. They hit a lot of threes. If we cut that off, we have a good chance to win.
We'll see what happens there, EP. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Seven in NBA for steal. Damn. Boy.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, the kind of leadership he provides, the pinpoint passing, we saw it all there on display in that first half.
Well, as a finisher, you're expected to play in that kind of environment because you know you could get the ball at any time.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for New Orleans right now, Payton and Holiday are together in the backcourt. Down low, it's Randall and Davis. And it's Brooks in at the 3 spot.
And just a remarkable shot fake.
And with Cousins and that injury, never an easy one to come back from.
Yeah, it's true, but fortunately, Cousins has the kind of skill set that he's going to be effective no matter when he's on the floor. And great outside shot, the footwork, very smooth in terms of ball handling for that position. And most of the players who aren't the same after an Achilles
What?
tear
Grab the
don't
ball.
have the same skill set that Cousins possesses. That's why I think he'll be fine once he recovers from this
Hey,
injury.
how did it go around?
Cook,
Okay,
the
just
pass to
2K.
Thompson.
Okay.
Shot from the top of the key. Count it. Good. Thompson's got his second bucket tonight.
Oh, quick, concise, fluid stroke. What else do you want from a jump shot? Klay Thompson.
Okafor dishes to Brooks. Payton outside. Back to Brooks. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. 15 points for Brooks.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Thompson from long range. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got 4 rebounds in this game. From deep, Brooks.
Deep,
that
boy.
one is his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
That's a good way to boost his three-point percentage. Take advantage of some soft defense.
Cook kicks to Thompson. They grab their own miss. Cousins, the pass to Looney. Some
Look,
nice
you're
passing
supposed
by
to
Golden
rebound,
State.
you fucks.
And Thompson gets
Man,
it to
not
go.
my fault.
Always got to be up on top.
You give me like 3 leaving assignments. Calm down.
Moore outside.
Jesus.
Back to Payton. Pass to Brooks. Down low. That's good from Johnson on the
assholes.
assist by Brooks.
You just give me a C+. I
Johnson's
was
got
on a
his
D.
first points of the night.
I'm sorry, that's poor
broken.
defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's Thompson. And it's Thompson again.
You go D,
missing.
Nick.
Pelicans leading by 6. It's Brooks on the wing. He's covered by Thompson.
Oh, right.
Brooks against Thompson. And the rejection by Cousins.
Calm down,
Cousins
nigga.
making his presence known with the quick
Damn.
leaping ability which he uses to block shots.
The Warriors have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
And up around 82% as a team a season ago. So they know how to make the most of those opportunities.
And Anthony Davis is checked in for New Orleans. Johnson finds Okafor. Brooks outside. Over Cook. Here's Davis, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call.
Yeah,
with the foul.
Cousins, get the hell
Good
out.
job bringing that free throw
guys
percentage
finished.
up here in the second half, doing a great job at the line. Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half. And with everything that Anthony Davis does
Defeat active.
on offense, it's just mind-boggling. His scoring inside and out, the percentages, he does it all. He is undoubtedly one of the best big men in the league, and many would argue he is the best in the NBA.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the
So
three-point
easy
shot.
to go.
The Warriors
fucking
have knocked down
this shit.
8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. Here's Brooks. Here's Okafor, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for the Warriors.
And the 3-ball has been in the game plan, and it's been working for him. Having that distance shot in the arsenal, very effective way to spread out the defense.
The first free throw is good. You know, for years, the adage has been that C-Web big men take longer to develop than other positions. Does that still ring true today?
I don't think so. I think today the point guard position, because the point guard position is the toughest position in the game. I think when the big men did take the longest to develop, it was because the big man position, the center and power forward, were the toughest, and that's kind of changed. Cat and B didn't take very long to develop. Big men
Nice.
coming to league, they're more polished now, and I think the fact that the coaches, the coaching, the skill sets now are so much more alike that guys can make an easier adjustment into the game because they've been playing their game and adjusting a lot longer than maybe the players before that had to find a different role once they entered into the pros.
Here is Cook. Brooks covering. Fires from the line. And it's Cook missing.
You got to give the D credit there. Defected him. He didn't have much room to get the shot off.
Second shot opportunity. And Okafor with the layup. Okafor's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Cook kicks to Cousins. Back to Cook. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They get to take on the Blazers of Portland after this one. And that game will be game 3 of 5 away from home. Warriors trail by 13. Cook, the pass to Cousins.
I'm there.
To Cook. And they get it. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
One made three for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see. And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Stolen by Brooks. To the paint. Here's Moore. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Moore's got 10.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Pass to Cousins. Over Okafor. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Pelicans lead by 18. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California.
Cousins looks so mad. He's like, come on, guys. Get angry. Get angry.
Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Regain control. Come on now. Every pass, every possession. Play with a purpose. We've talked about this, all right? Solid plays every time. Right now. Come on.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Klay Thompson, Looney out there with Jerebko. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Cook in at the point guard position. That's the Warriors' 5.
And they've just been so comfortable at both ends of the floor. I mean, you'd almost think they're playing at home.
Well, you hear that? No, you don't hear anything. They silenced the crowd with this big lead. No sign that they're letting up.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Moore with the bucket.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Well, that's why you see them flexing a little bit. They're feeling good about how they've dominated.
Cook kicks to Cousins. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Thursday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trailblazers. And then on Saturday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Cook kicks to Cousins.
Feel that.
Back to Cook. Some incredible performance in recent years, C-Web. Are there any NBA records you think that will be broken soon?
Well, let's see. Maybe Curry will break his record again for threes in a season.
Yeah.
He beat himself. He's 1 and 2 in that. Maybe he'll be
Nigga, catch the, go for the ball, nigga. Stop just running. Nigga literally ran to the most irrelevant spot.
How about Wilt? Most consecutive triple doubles at 9. That seems crazy. Curry's most threes in the game at 13. Shout out to Billy Scott that was at 12. And sorry, Scott Curry, he can shoot too. And how about the most points in the game by a team? 186.
You'd love to play in that one.
I would love to play in that one. How many threes are going to be shot in that game?
Yeah.
But the great thing about it as a fan, I don't know which ones are going to be broken, but I'm watching because we want to see records get broken.
Johnson inside. Just 5 to shoot. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Here's Brooks. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Brooks has got 23.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
Okafor finds Brooks. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And it's Johnson penetrating. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Yeah, I mean, he's been orchestrating all game at a high level.
And you see defensively, when they try to patch something up, he exploits a different weakness.
Passes to Cousins. Back to Cook. See, Webb, there was a time when athletes spoke up about societal issues and they were simply told to, just stick to sports. That is no longer the case.
Basketball was built on players speaking their mind. The one thing about the game of basketball, whether you're from Serbia like my friend Vlade or you're from Detroit like me, it's an urban game. And you cannot leave the problems of urban society just because you were blessed with the talent to play basketball. And so many of us speak up on societal issues. Just because we made it doesn't mean that our friends and family are out of those situations. We're not in a bubble in which we don't see how those issues affect us, our family, or our friends. And so just because we're blessed with basketball abilities, sporting abilities, does not mean that we're exempt from the problems in society. And if we have a platform that can speak out, why not? And I'm very proud of what guys in the league has done, whether it's LeBron James and his scholarship program, or whether it's Chris Paul and others, or Steve Kerr speaking up for societal issues. For me, it's refreshing, but it also is in the lineage of the greats that started this game in basketball, speaking up for the voices. He's getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give him much of anything in the first half.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
One thing you love about Klay Thompson is he's just cool and calm. I mean, he stays in his own lane. Steve Kerr says he's not low maintenance, but he's...
Thompson surveying the floor. Now here's Curry, takes a three, and Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 15 rebounds here tonight. And you look at Klay, not a care in the world.
Well, he's smooth. He has a carefree attitude. It helps in the locker room. I think it also helps him as a smooth shooter. I mean, even if he misses a couple, he's not thinking about it. He just keeps shooting.
And the second free throw, good. Warriors trail by 18. Curry kicks to Durant. The pass to Thompson. Outside Curry. And again, no good by Golden State.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And the shot goes in.
Splash.
That's 28 points for Brooks.
Oh, look at the soft touch on the teardrop.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. Thompson outside. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. 34 points for Steph Curry. Brooks outside.
Splash.
And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. And the Pelicans lead by 20. Golden State's drawn 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. Curry outside. Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to Miller. Kicks it to Brooks. 6 to shoot. Back to Miller. And Miller throws it down hard.
Good movement there. And the lead pass was right where it needed to be.
Stolen by Brooks.
Give me that.
Back in off the glass.
Thank you, boy.
Brooks has got 12 points now in the quarter.
Thank you, boy.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where's the pride? Where's your heart?
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
Stacks on stacks on stacks. They're looking to stack up some points. They've gotten into a nice groove from out there.
Stolen by Thompson.
Oh, that's my guy, bro. What the fuck is it?
It's Curry. That time on the assist by Thompson. Thompson's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for New Orleans.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had,
adjust, bro. Know where you are on the court.
Anytime the offense ran through him, good things happened. His passing was awesome. He created a bunch of good looks for everyone else out there.
Looney's checked in for your Repco. Thompson passes to Curry. Ripped away. Moore finds Brooks. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Brooks has got 36.
Bro.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't care how good you are. It's tough to succeed in a hostile environment. They're doing it in style.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And, guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Oh, yeah, this is a nice run here, but too little too late. And deep down, I think they know it.
And Looney sends it back. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The shot's good.
Oh, great job of mixing speeds on the dribble. I mean, Clay's ball handling is one of his biggest improvements since entering the league.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. Here's Okafor, and then Okafor slams it in.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Now Curry. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here to come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight. Says I think break an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.
That shit was funny as hell, bro. Hell, did a whole team take over? I'm like, damn. I got nothing for moving shots though.
Does anyone else think that there was some goaltending happening in the second half that they didn't call? Because, I don't know, I'm just saying, like, it's debatable.
AI, you're in high demand, my friend.
What's up, Charlie?
Shaq and Kenny want to chat?
All right, Charlie.
Good luck.
Let's do it.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Time now to catch up with our special post-game guest.
Hey, Shaq here. Watching tonight, I thought your ability to create for others was the key ingredient. Was that the idea coming in?
Well, I know our team is best when the ball's flying around. You know, everybody's getting touches. When you run too much isolation, players start standing around. To get to where we need to be, we have to move the ball each trip down the floor, and I just tried to get that going for the team.
Well, you did a great job tonight. Congratulations, son.
Thank you, Shaq.
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you for joining us. For Shaq, for Kenny, for Kevin Harlan, for the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thanks, man. See ya.
My man AI, let's get to sign you to a new and approved Foot Locker contract. Haha, man, I'm balling. Look at me. There's my defense. The lateral quickness, is it really? That's it. I guess it is. I get charge card. College shooter, mid-range, dead-eye, difficult shots, teardropper. Word, alright.
It's gonna be amazing.
Dunking, I tell people all the time, it's shit.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Moda Center, the place, and the Portland Trailblazers will be on their home floor as they go up against the New Orleans Pelicans. And for
It's funny though, because
this is a
I'm
team they
getting better
knocked
at
out in the
motors
first round in
in real
last
life.
year's playoffs, so they'd better be ready. Some extra motivation on this one. And a
Mid-range
30-point
and
outburst from AI.
deep range is
Kenny,
always
has he
deadly, so
surprised you with his
always got
ability
that.
to score at this level?
You know, I really didn't realize he'd be so assertive. I just thought that he'd be a little bit more passive.
Game time.
Well, fellas.
The Pelicans are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival going into this game. Welcome, everybody. Glad you decided to spend your Thursday night with us here at 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. Look at Portland. Despite a very successful road trip, it's got to be nice to return home and play in front of their loyal fans.
And there's history, some bad blood between these two teams that makes it all the more interesting.
These are two clubs that know each other well, the strengths, the weaknesses. It's going to be a tactical battle.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, AI had an interesting time in the G League. He was first brought over by L.A.
Thank you, David. I'm not sure that trade has aged so well. But you know what, Greg? I bet both teams wish they had him now.
You know, we need more specifics on what kind of sandwiches they were. Were any chips involved or condiments to be named later?
And in the early part of the season, Steve, teams are usually at their healthiest. How do you maintain that healthy factor throughout the long season?
No, I love what
checked in for New Orleans. So for New Orleans right now, down low, it's Randall and Davis. Brooks is out there with Holiday, and it's Miller in at the small forward position. Brooks outside. Over McCollum, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Brooks has got his first bucket in this one. Brooks against Lillard. Over Brooks, drops it in from 11 feet. 7 points for Lillard. Pelicans trail by 5. Randall right side. Back to Brooks. Shoots over Lillard. 8 feet away. Great D that time from Nurkic. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Passes it to Layman. No good. Randall with some nice D. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Holiday, the pass to Brooks. And that one drops for him. Brooks has got his second bucket of the game to go.
The defense is pretty much helpless once he finds breathing room to get to the basket.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Here's Nurkic. The shot missing. And New Orleans will come the other way.
And I'll tell you, the sooner this quarter can end, the happier he'll be. It's been tough making shots. He goes to the bounce pass there. Nice rhythm at the end of the play.
Lillard against Brooks. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And a chance here to see the numbers for Davis. Last season, he played outstanding. First in blocks, second in scoring, and one of the league's most ferocious rebounders, always working. He was top 5 in that category.
Clearly one of the best at what he does. Some of his highlight rejections were out of sight. Here's McCollum, and it's blocked by Brooks, and he's able to get it back.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
With the floater, chalk up 2 there. Brooks has got 6.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Pulls up. Aminu misses.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And the shot goes in. And now a 3-point New Orleans lead.
The beauty of the teardrop. Very difficult to really contest.
I think I pressed that a little too late. Oh, man.
Over Randall. Layman gets the bucket.
Dang, mate.
Brooks with it. Against Golden State, he was really on his game. Kicks it to Davis. Back to Brooks. Miller surveying the floor. It's Brooks on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Second shot opportunity. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
He can't hit that time. And it's Portland the other way. Tries it from the top of the key. Lillard misses. New Orleans in the lead. Right side Holiday. Aminu against Brooks. Puts it up from 12. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. McCollum finds Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And that's now 10 points for Lillard.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
For the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Collins comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Rodney Hood subbed in for Jake Layman. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Okafor is checked in for Davis. Diallo comes in for Julius Randle.
Ain't a fucking foul, bro. I came dumb late.
And it's E'Twaun Moore checking in for Drew Holiday.
And Damian Lillard has always been an incredible scorer. His range and ability to create, let him carry the load on offense. And has also stepped up as a vocal leader for this team. Has grown into that role the last few seasons.
Brooks dishes to Moore. Brooks against Lillard. There's the pass to Moore. Back to Brooks. Shoots over Lillard. Brooks with the bucket. Brooks has got 8 points. And with Lillard and becoming a team leader, Greg, he's always been one to lead by example.
And when Lillard was the clear star of the team, players started to look at him as a mentor, or realize the kind of effect he can have on his teammates. And that led him to opening up, inviting them to dinner and hanging out. It wasn't something he took to immediately, but he has shown he can not only be a franchise talent on the court, but off the court as well.
Cantor kicks to McCollum. Over Moore. And the basket by McCollum. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
He has great instincts on the offensive end. He's tough to contain.
Brooks, the pass to Johnson. Great tee that time from Hood.
When you miss a lay-in, it sort of sucks the energy out of your team.
Here's Lillard. The feed to Collins. Out to Hood. Lillard from outside. Okafor grabs the miss.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Back to Brooks. And it's good off the back.
I'm here.
10 points for him.
He has a score-first mindset. E'Twaun plays with a lot of poise, and that buys him time to find an open man.
Brooks against Lillard. 11 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. From outside the arc. Not going to go that time.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
You know, there's no shame in passing out in that situation. Leave your ego at
Get your
the door.
bitch ass out of here.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. He put together quite a quarter. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomes. He talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, you know, people are going to look to you first. You know, they're going to point the finger at you first.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
Get it done, baby.
He plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
Is that Cantor? It's Cantor.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far.
See me,
and looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Well, I mean, they just got hot early from beyond the arc, and we'll just have to wait and see if they can keep that going.
They also want to be unpredictable. Mix up the play calling. Keep the defense guessing.
Lillard the one with McCollum at the 2. Rodney Hood out there with Collins. And it's Cantor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They're the group of the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter.
Got him.
And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Okafor.
And you have to appreciate the aggression. Nice work inside.
McCollum kicks to Hood. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Nobody near Lillard. But they recover it. to Canner. He dishes it to McCollum. Count that one. McCollum's got 6.
He's trying to drain
That's an
threes on
element
us.
McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Brooks against Lillard. Brooks feeling it out a bit. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Lillard. Brooks misses. Portland leading by 3. This one for 3. That doesn't go. He's 5 of 12 on the night.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Nice.
And for the Pelicans, they can now start to look at the future in a different light. Now they have a team that can compete in the West with the core. It's just about adding the right pieces around Anthony Davis.
Collins passes to Canner. McCollum outside. Misses the 3.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
You know, it's interesting. On Moore's jump shot, he brings the ball way back. Not the quickest release, but very fluid.
McCollum kicks to Collins.
I'm here, man.
Pass to Lillard. Takes the 3. The 3-pointer is right on target. 16 points for him.
Giving me
There it
the
is.
leaving
His first
assignment.
make
Like,
beyond the
bro,
arc in
oh
the
my
second
God.
quarter. His 3rd of the game.
Brooks the pass to Diallo. New Orleans moving it around. AI in the post. Covered by Lillard. Pass it to Diallo. Johnson from outside. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Knocks it loose.
Oh,
Andrew
no.
finds Lillard. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Well, Damian Lillard has never been one to doubt himself, and when he plays, he exudes confidence.
Has a short-term memory, which allows him to keep.
And so here is New Orleans. Brooks outside. Dishes it to Randall. 6 on the shot clock. Over Aminu. And that's off the glass and in. Randall's got the lead up to 3 now for New Orleans. Portland's gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. And it's Lillard missing. New Orleans has gone 2 for 5 from 3-point land since the end of the first. And Al-Farouq Aminu gets the whistle that time.
Thank you.
So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Make these free
The
throws, my
Pelicans have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
Collins checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. 3-pointer, Lillard. The Blazers keep it going. New 24-second shot clock. No good on the three.
His lack of consistency with the shot tonight has held them back.
Brooks against Lillard. Brooks kicks to Randall. Back to Brooks. Good. Brooks has got 13.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Trailblazers trail by 6. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And we've seen just how incredible McCollum can be when he is feeling it. One of the few guards in the league who gets everything to fall when his shot is on. It's why he can just erupt with huge scoring nights at any given time.
And with McCollum's explosiveness, Greg, you recall he put up 50 points in a game last season.
And how about he did so in under 30 minutes of floor time? McCollum, only the second player to ever achieve that mark. Helps he started with a 28-point first quarter, but he is locked in. He can put up points like nobody's business.
Randall kicks to Brooks. There's the pass to Miller. Holiday against McCollum. Shoots from the elbow. Here's Davis. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And they continue to control the glass.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. 6-point game. Lillard attacking. Kicks it out to McCollum. No good on the triple.
Oh, man. He hasn't had the rhythm tonight. Tried to make up for it there, but it just wasn't meant to be.
On the three-point shot.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Brooks. Pass to Randall. It's Miller on the wing. Brooks outside. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. And now it's an 11-point Pelican lead. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Elfrid Payton. Elfrid, great passing in the first half. How does that impact the offense when the ball is moving like we saw it?
Everybody's getting easy shots. You know, it's much easier than contested shots, and guys are knocking it down.
Well, a really good first half, Elfrid. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. So for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Jusuf Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Myers Leonard in for Jake Layman. So for New Orleans right now, Brooks is out there with E'Twaun Moore. Then there is Jahlil Okafor. Then it's Johnson and Diallo at the four-man position.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
I think it very well could be. That might be the game-changing play that helps push them over the top.
Okafor gets the bucket.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Trailblazers trail by 10. Now, here's Collins. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Back to Lillard. From outside the arc, hands it from downtown.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Brooks outside. The dish to Moore. Okafor with no one around. Another one falls for New Orleans.
He's been so consistent scoring the basketball. It has helped him tack on to this lead.
Portland's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. And here's Collins over Johnson. Shot by Collins, no good.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Three-pointer, Brooks. The offensive rebound. 2 points, that one goes. Okafor's got the lead up to 11 now for New Orleans.
Guys, he's having a ball out there. I mean, we knew going in that he'd have an advantage on the glass, but I didn't think he could be this dominant. What a difference.
And he's not going to back off. Even with that big lead, he's going to get more motivated to keep stretching out their lead.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Drains it from beyond the arc. McCollum's got 18
I don't want
points
beats
in the
no more.
game.
Eights.
And really, as the
8 pluses.
three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And there it is for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Trailblazers trail by 10. Lillard the pass to Collins. And it's McCollum in the corner. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep. Smitty, you look at how teams run their offensive sets. Are we in a pick-and-roll era right now, or has the tide shifted away from that a little?
No, I think so. I think we're looking at a lot of teams running pick and roll, especially we have two fantastic players involved. It's hard to defend, especially when there's a great talent at the guard spot and a big, then it's hard for you to switch. But I'm looking at right now, because of spacing, because of the use of the corner three, we're looking at a lot more pick and rolls used at the top of the key versus when I played, we used a lot of side pick and rolls.
And not just smalls given to bigs, but bigs throwing down low to
Give me that. Oh.
Yeah, and a lot of these bigs are running the pick and rolls, and the guards are setting the picks.
Right. And the Pelicans making a change here. Davis is checked in. Kicks it out to Lillard. Portland, no good that time either.
Oh, he's on guard.
Close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Lillard against Brooks. Johnson finds Brooks. Over Lillard. Again, the Pelicans
like an age ago.
And of the last 6 baskets,
guys haven't already, make sure you guys follow, subscribe, and share.
This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
McCollum left side. It's stolen by Davis. Pass to Johnson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Johnson's got 5 now.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides
I'm back.
of the ball.
That guy's slow. Stop giving me that dumb shit.
Into easy point.
And the
Give me a
basket by
fucking
McCollum.
leaving
The
assignment all the
onslaught
time.
continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number
Get some
keeps
flow
getting
right now.
called.
It's fine to extend
About to
your
get team
defense
takeover
to try and
real
create
quick.
turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a
Give me
problem
that.
for them all game.
What you
Teamwork
mean,
is
baby?
something
What
you
you
just
mean?
can't turn on and off.
No
What
problem
you
knocking
mean,
that one down.
baby?
Moore's got 8 here in the quarter.
Team takeover.
From
Here we
that
come, baby. One more
in-between
play.
range, they've been the much better team.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They trail by 16. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Do I have it?
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10
Okay.
coming off assists.
The Trailblazers shooting 43% from the floor. McCollum against Moore.
It's a steal.
No good off the back of the rim. Pelicans leading by 18. Brooks outside. Fires for 3. Moore dishes to Brooks. And it's blocked. They recover it. Here's Okafor.
Almost. Give me
Goes
that.
up with it again. Kick out to Moore.
Oh, nigga. Oh, we got it.
Brooks outside. That will count. And the last shot before the buzzer is
Damn
off.
it. I should have stepped back,
Well, 3 quarters of play. Down double
Okay.
digits. It may be difficult
Should
to
have stepped back a
overcome.
while ago.
Pelicans ahead. They lead by 18 from Portland. We're back in a moment. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Lillard and McCollum, the deadly backcourt pairing. Enes Kanter is out there with
Oh,
Collins.
get an A-
And it's Aminu in at the
A-
three.
range, baby.
The former #1 overall pick, Anthony Davis, does a great job of representing this franchise. Makes big plays on both ends of the floor.
And as we see Anthony Davis step into what could be the best years of his career, Smitty, who does he remind you of?
You know, a lot like Kevin Garnett in his prime. The way he can impact both sides of the floor. He's KG with a three-point shot, and he also has a little bit of Hakeem Olajuwon in him.
And there's the foul. It'll go on AI.
I'm like, whoa.
That'll be his second foul of the game. New Orleans making a switch here. Miller's checked in. On defense, New Orleans. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. From 12 feet out. Kanter kicks to Layman. Brooks grabs the board. Brooks has got 8 rebounds in this game.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
To the left side wing. 5 to shoot. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation.
They have balance, Davis.
Peyton, he's checked in for Brooks. Pelican. Guys are leaders from day one, but there are some guys it takes a while, Steve, to grow into that role. And I'm sure you've seen him.
Yeah, I love Victor Oladipo. I think he took on that role. Also, Kyle Lowry's done a nice job. Al Horford is becoming more of a vocal leader. He was kind of a quiet leader. A lot of those guys, you can see their personalities just changed from when they started into this league, and year by year they've gotten better.
Lets it go with a three. Buries it from three-point range. Brooks has got 28 points for the game.
He is starting to build up a little confidence. Hit just 1 3 in the entire first half, but he has hit 2 more since then.
Kanter kicks to Aminu from past the arc. Pelicans pull it in.
No, you shot
Davis
my
has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Nurkic with the steal.
Fucking pussy. Foul me, bro.
He misses the free throw. And for Yusuf Nurkic, you see the flashes of how dominant he can be in every game.
I mean, the potential is there, and he is working hard to find that consistency. I do believe he's noticeably better when he plays with an edge. He's more in tune with what's going on. You almost want to rile him up or do something to tick him off before every game to get the best out of him.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Passes it to Aminu. Steve, more and more we're seeing NBA players speak out on societal issues. Do you think it's gone too far in any way, or do you think it should go even farther?
No, I think players should speak up. I think in all, all our 4 major sports, in any possible way, I think guys should get a chance to weigh in on what they feel individually. Freedom of speech, and I think our players is just like everybody else. You have freedom of speech. You should be allowed to speak up on issues.
Free throw good, Davis.
Last season, Anthony Davis, he didn't win MVP, but he was in the running. Was absolutely remarkable with his play on both ends of the floor. James Harden deserved the award, but in a lot of other seasons, Anthony Davis is your MVP.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Saturday, the Los Angeles Lakers will come into town. Then on Sunday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for that matchup with the Clippers, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Here's Layman. He's defended by Randall, rejected by Brooks, and it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. A different look now for Portland. Collins checked in for Aminu. Hood comes in for McCollum, and Curry subbed in for Damian Lillard. The Pelicans also changing it up. Shaq Diallo, he's checked in for Randall. Etuan Moore comes in for Darius Miller. And it's Frazier in for Drew Holiday. It's the three-point
my God.
And Smitty with Anthony Davis, you figure it's just a matter of time before he wins an MVP award. He finished third this past year.
Yes, he's starting to reach his potential, and it's a scary prospect. Nobody can slow him down on offense, and defensively, he is so disruptive. Only a handful of players in this league can be as dominant as Davis over long stretches of the season.
Just 3 to shoot, and here's Moore outside. And it's Portland with the rebound. Hood kicks to Curry. And Curry throws it down.
Unselfish play by Hood. Could take it himself, but finds the open man.
And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. From deep three-point range. And Curry pulls it down. And for Portland, they're shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth. Here's Hood. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got 15 rebounds here tonight. Hood against Brooks.
Davis. Damn, man. Can I get an assist? Yeah, like 2 minutes left.
Outside Hood. He kicks to Collins. And there's the pass to Layman. We've had a full season now, Steve, of the jersey-sponsored insignias and patches. Has become a reality in the NBA. Any thoughts on that so far?
I guess, Kevin, because I'm old school, I don't like seeing it on the jerseys. I like the clean look. I would love to see it on their warm-up jerseys. You know, obviously their warm-up jackets and pants. I just don't like seeing it on the jersey. But I don't think I'm going to win this one, Kevin. I think they are here to stay. I think they might even add more sponsors on jerseys.
Yeah, the look they like is the look of money. Money, that's a good look.
That's the look
they get from those sponsorships, right?
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for New Orleans.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
Y'all ain't doing shit.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Brooks.
You know, the story of this game was his offensive production. It didn't matter what the defense threw at him. He just found ways to counter and led his team.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be
my
sweet.
bad.
They better have some extra goodies on that plane, because after this blowout, they deserve to be rewarded.
Outside Hood. Shoots over Frazier.
They weren't
and
doing
that
shit
one
for like 2 minutes, bro.
Hood gets room to shoot from the mid-range. He's as good as they come.
So we see the Pelicans
8 straight
taking
wins,
the
9 straight
W
wins,
here
where we
to
got
come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
Annoying, bro.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, another win, and the streak goes on. This role has been amazing. How are you sustaining this level of play every night?
Well, D.A., you know, when you're on a streak like we are, the adrenaline just kind of carries right into the next game. We feel like when we at our best, that we are the best. And I'm going to tell our fans right now, we're not going to turn it off anytime soon.
Quite a sight to see you guys playing as well as you are right now. Congratulations. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you later.
Flex ass.
How's it going?
Hey, all right, AI. I see you want to work on finishing at the hoop. Let's get started.
Hey man, I found me back.
Let's go.
5 in Daga.
Hey, see you later, man.
All right, everyone, bring it in. Great game last night. One of the best I've been a part of. And let's keep that energy and focus going in today's practice. Aim to be great. I want to score earlier in transition. So if the man is up court, we got to get the ball to him. But today we're going to work on getting easier buckets in transition.
Damn, boy.
5 seconds.
Good defense. Yes, sir. Doing it practice, boy.
Good, good. All right, let's move on.
Where's my guy? Oh. I don't play defense? That's stupid. What my AI? This is up. Careful, careful. Oh. The fuck, bro? You better stop them, boy. God damn, boy. This team gotta be stopped, and then we gotta stop the next team. We just fell short on this motherfucker. Up to us, bro. Oh, give me that. Let's go! Pick it up, nigga! What's wrong with defense? Fuck. Gotta start scoring. Let's go. Off me! Let's go! Gonna win this. And oh no, nah. It's team 2 and 3. Yeah, 2 and 3 had the ball for the longest time.
Great energy in practice today, fellas.
And by
don't succeed without putting in some individual work. Cool.
right, AI, let's get to work. That's what we're going to do.
Gotta anticipate which position is coming. What? That's the charge. All day, bye. I just moved out the way. This nigga never went. Peyton never went, bro. You just standing there like, man, I gotta be in this. That nigga Peyton, bro.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, y'all. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. I have with me two of my dearest friends, Shaquille O'Neal.
Hello, brother.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Ken Smith.
Oh.
Pleasure to see
I
you
didn't know.
again,
I
sir.
thought you got to bring two guys out. I didn't know it was us.
No, you're my dear friends.
Thank you, Ernie.
The fans are filling the seats in San Antonio, the site of our broadcast, and where the Spurs will be going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. Looking at the Pelicans, they're coming in off a win in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. That game was a dominant performance. Always nice to win one going away, but it's just one game, and they'll be ready to go tonight. And one of the feel-good stories of the year, the emergence of AI. Worked his way through the G League, landed on an NBA roster. Shaq, we get to watch him tonight.
First of all, I don't see why he was even in the G League, because only a handful of guys come out the G League every year and stick on the NBA roster. Trust me, this guy's like double-sided tape. He gonna be sticking, Ernie.
Oh, we've been sitting on that one for a while.
For a long time.
Beat that.
Well, I'll tell you what. The level of play, though, in the G League has improved every year. Fantastic.
AI, good luck out there.
Welcome, everyone, and what a game we have for you tonight as we get set to bring you NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Looking at San Antonio, they took the win in their last game against the Suns in Phoenix. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
And with tip-off coming up.
Well, guys.
Fantastic stuff, David. Thank you. And Young and AI really had a lot of disagreement between them.
You know, some guys
Marcus
will play
Young.
rivalries with others
Stupid
in
ass
the
Kevin.
league. Not the case for these two. They genuinely hate each other. And I wouldn't be surprised to see some hard fouls here tonight.
And a long way to go, Brent, but there are some early signs of a tennis. He's checked in.
He had 93 overall. He's so ass.
For Pau Gasol. Brooks checked in for New Orleans. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Holiday and Moore filling out the perimeter. Down low, it's Randall and Davis. And it's Brooks in at the point. Moore in the corner. And Holiday kicks to Davis. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Just 5 on the clock. Randall dishes to Brooks. And the layup's good off the glass.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Passes to DeRozan. Back to Young. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Randall with the bucket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Brooks. He feeds it to Davis. Trying to get open is Randall. And it's Davis missing.
Well, the defense was solid there, smothering him close inside, and that's how you want to guard him.
Here's Young from the arc. Good on the triple. Young's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Yeah, you gotta respect the range Young possesses. They're able to punish you from beyond the arc.
Brooks, that's a 2-pointer.
Oh, over me, son.
The right side of the rim.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
And just love seeing Young share the ball. When he's focused on involving his teammates, it just makes everyone better.
Brooks against Young. Top of the key. Brooks misses.
Oh, man.
And already
it's not a bad shot,
got a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Young taking his time here. From downtown. That shot's no good. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Oh, you need to catch the ball.
You know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, good collective team unity. Everyone pitching in, so trying to win for one another. That's a good thing.
Randall finds Brooks. And it's Rudy Gay with the rebound. Gay's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Now, this is a quarter that he would love to forget as soon as possible. Not getting anything to go.
Hard to believe, isn't it, that a few years ago the direction for this Pelicans team was uncertain.
And I like the fact that Alvin Gentry has found his way to put his imprint on this team. A lot of people not sure of how and if he could do that. He certainly has. It took some time to get those ideas in place.
The flow.
And the offense was never a problem with this group, especially with the way that Drew Holiday had such a huge year. It's going to be about some defense and some depth for them to push it a little bit further this season.
Bertans can't get it to go. Pelicans trailed by 3. Here's Johnson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. In third, the Pelicans.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
No good on the free throw. And Brent, of course, you won a championship with the Spurs back in 2005 and 2007. Talk about the differences between those two teams.
Well, the similarities are more what I would go with, Kevin. 2005, it was a year where we leaned on Timmy a ton to beat a very physical, rough and rugged Pistons team who had won 6 Eastern Conference Finals. Maybe Manu Ginobili was the MVP of that series, by the way. And in 2007, the younger guys had grown up. We beat the Cavs 4-0, and that was LeBron James just putting on a show to get into the Eastern Conference Finals, beating that same Detroit team.
A nice shot by Frazier.
And already you're seeing great execution from both teams.
Yeah, lots of points early, and the game plans on both sides, at least offensively, working to perfection.
Here's DeRozan, and that one's on target from the wing. DeRozan's got 10.
Just don't touch him right now, okay? You're gonna burn yourself. The guy is on fire.
Murray against Frazier. Pass to Brooks. A 3-ball. And Pirtle pulls it down.
Man, he's missing those kind of good looks. His team is in some serious trouble.
Here's White. Nice D from Frazier.
Wow, just in shock that he missed that layup. Not a lot of defense there.
Brooks against White. Brooks the pass to Okafor. Shoots over Pirtle, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. With today's superstars often joining forces, Brent, we hear some retired legends saying they wanted to beat their rivals, not join their rivals. What do you think?
I saw a lot of joining going on from some of the guys who make those comments, Kevin, so that sort of stuff just eludes me as to where it's coming from. This league has always been dominated by teams that have at least two, if not three, upper echelon
superstar players.
Superstar players that end up winning titles. So it's happening now. It happened then. It will continue to happen.
Pass to DeRozan. Here's Murray. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
San Antonio's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Stolen by Brooks. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Launches a 3. And Frazier with the basket on the assist by Brooks.
Actually, great
now
shot
it's a
selection.
3-point Pelican lead.
Know your shooting ability.
So it's the Spurs now getting their first of the season at this Pelicans team.
Yeah, and a 4-game season series between these two. Both will be looking to set the tone tonight.
And let's hope for a heated matchup in his first game between them, because a close one tonight ensures we'll have 3 more good games down the road.
He kicks it to Okafor. That shot, no good.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
He's been on his A game, seeking good shots, and he's a huge reason why tonight they're winning.
Brooks, good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist. Brooks has got his second bucket. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Bertans can't get it to go. New Orleans in the lead. Now the pass to Miller. Feeds to Frazier. Down it goes for his third basket in his fifth try.
Boy.
And you're not going to pass up
I
that
missed him, bro. Actually, 2K missed him.
There's 10 seconds left to play here in the first.
I saw him, but I couldn't get to the button. I missed him basketball-wise. I couldn't get to the button because I was hovering over some
the
other
Spurs
shit.
shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. Free throw good, Murray. The Pelicans have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
Look on your finesse.
That's good from Moore. E'Twaun Moore is someone, Brent, who bounced around early in his career, but has still found a way to be a big contributor.
Yeah, and I think that the fit for E'Twaun Moore, having AD, he can kind of stay in the background and get shots off where he's open, his feet are set, and you can see that trend in his field goal percentage that's coming into the league. Last year had a phenomenal year.
Darkest, you fucking
So
know.
for New Orleans right now,
Such a nigga way of like blocking me out.
Davis. Holiday and Moore filling out the perimeter. And it's Brooks in at the 1 spot.
Oh, got him.
From 12 feet
Got
out,
him.
connects
Got
the jumper
him.
drop. Brooks has gotten 6 points.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish.
What? That was a ball.
And There's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his third foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
And Young kicks to Gay. And then Gay with the jam.
In his prime, Rudy Gay would throw down some hellacious dunks, and that time gets in for another one, still part of his arsenal.
And a terrific bit of chaos there in the replay, presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we see new players coming into prominence for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, Greg Popovich gives his veterans credit for accepting it gracefully and helping the young guys be successful. He says it's a tribute to their character and awareness. Kevin?
They certainly have established a great culture in San Antonio. Really something. DA, thank you. To the inside, Aldridge. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Aldridge has got the lead up to 7 now for the Spurs.
A super high percentage shot from Aldridge there. Layups work.
From deep, Brooks. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Yeah, he's had bad first quarters before and has dug himself out. Here's another one tonight.
DeRozan against Holiday. Right side, DeRozan. Second chance shot. Hangs.
Really, bro?
And it's rebounded by Drew Holiday. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for New Orleans.
And Daga.
Four-point game. Nice shot by Brooks.
There's just no excuse to leave someone that wide open. Communication breakdown.
Young with the ball. He had 19 points in the win against the Suns in Phoenix.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing.
Can't go me.
His assist numbers were tremendous. Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Gay finds Aldridge. Pocket 6. To the middle. Fade away. And that one comes up a bit short. For New Orleans, they've gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter.
Nice.
Up over 50%. More with the bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
San Antonio calls timeout.
The Pelicans a much better team last year than they've been in the past. Still have some areas to address before maybe they become a home court advantage team or a top 4 seed. But the number one thing is they've got to get some more consistency in their outside game.
And the Spurs making a change here. Bertson has checked in. Here's Young from the arc. Sinks the three-pointer. Young's got 7 now in this quarter.
This is how much Young believes in his game. Fantastic at shooting when he feels like he's in a rhythm.
What the fuck was that? Nigga like holding me.
Young against Brooks. Kicks it to Davis. Three-pointer. And another 3 for New Orleans. Well, the 3 is king right now, and spacing can be a problem for the Pelicans.
Well, the team knows they only have a handful of dead-eye shooters. They were in the bottom third for threes taken last year. They play to their strengths, which is a good thing, but in order for them to take the next step, there's got to be some dynamic play from the perimeter.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
Here's Randall, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Randall's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Like the physicality there on the glass on full display. Great at hitting the boards and then capitalizing off the second chance opportunity.
DeRozan against Randall, and it's DeRozan missing.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside. And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
Yeah, sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
And the jumper jumper is wet. Young is dependable at knocking it down from virtually anywhere.
And here's Brooks from outside. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Just don't touch him right now, okay? You're going to burn yourself. The guy is on fire.
Young pass to Bertans. Gay outside. On the wing, DeRozan. Guarded by Holiday. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Wide open,
great work by the team
island.
there to find AD. They make eye contact, and the rest of that is history.
And DeRozan kicks to Aldridge. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got 3 assists now in this one. New Orleans gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. Holiday inside the line. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Aldridge misses. New Orleans leading by 4. Now 8 seconds separate the 2 clocks. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Here we go.
San Antonio's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. Young in the corner. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
It's just been an off night for him. That doesn't happen all that often, but the thing that you do at this point is not to push it, not to rush it. Let it come back to you.
Brooks from outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. And it's a 7-point Pelican lead.
Bye-bye. How you been?
From out there.
Learn the game, learn from the best.
Change some things up.
The classic catch-22 guy right here. If you key in on him, you're going to open up other opportunities for his teammates to have good looks.
And
thank you, Kevin. Big first half in points and assists. How are you able to make such an impact?
Oh man, yeah, I'm just feeling really strong. You know, I'm feeling really in control right now. When I came into the building tonight, I said this is going to be my game, and I don't think I'm going to back off in the second half, DA. There's plenty more where that came from.
I would like to tap into your well, sir, of energy and confidence. Kevin?
all right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Oh, I'm number 1 in the NBA. Steals. Gotta get that defensive player of the year and MVP.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Brent, for as long as Coach Popovich has been at the top of this game, what really is there left to say?
I don't think there's much more you say on a professional level, but there's a lot to be said about the compassion and the things that Pop has done on a personal level for years behind the scenes, championing guys on his staff, supporting not only current players but former players on his team. The interesting thing for Pop the last couple of years is just how outspoken he's been in terms of the equality, not just around the NBA, but around our nation, and some of the statements he's made that have garnered a lot of political attention.
San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Here is Forbes. He's got 5. Passes it to Bertans. Johnson against White. Spurs working the ball around now. Bertans, the pass to Murray. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Murray's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Down low, here's Miller. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got assist number 7 for him tonight. So it's the Spurs now. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Murray against Brooks. Okafor with the steal. Inside.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Bertans' shot is good.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Brooks finds Okafor.
Got
and then
him.
Okafor slams it in.
Triple-double. I'm definitely getting triple-double this game.
For a more memorable
Definitely getting triple-double
than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Stripped it away.
What kind of chemistry is a lot better?
Here's Diallo.
I love it.
Pushes it down to finish the break.
I mean,
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Slam dunk contest.
And the Spurs with possession. Trailing here by 8. Out to the wing. Back to Murray. Pass to Pirtle to the right side. Johnson against White. Back to Pirtle. A beautiful reverse layup. Pirtle's got his first 2 points of the night.
And gotta admire how
see, really?
fast
Oh
Bird
my God.
smashes the
Oh
rim
my
after setting the
God.
screen. Once he gets the ball, the D is finished.
To the paint. Here's Murray. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Talk about what it means to be a good
That's some
teammate,
bull.
Brent. You've played with good ones.
Trying
You've
to put
played
my
with
best,
bad
man. I'm
ones.
trying, baby.
I've always thought you were team first when you play.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. There's just an idea about what it is that you can contribute to the team. I think you always have to accentuate those ideals. Your approach on a daily basis has to be consistent.
I need,
and if you're a starting
3
player,
boards.
it's one mentality, and if you're somebody that plays
So
off
many
the
minutes.
bench, you have to come to practice every day to push the guy that's in front of you and wait for your opportunity. But most of the time, it's that kind of consistency with which you come to work and the attitude of making sure that I want to make any kind of contribution I can for our team's success. That usually is a pretty good formula for a good teammate.
And so Brooks will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They lead by 4. Pass to Diallo. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks.
There we go.
Diallo's got 8.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
They get a hand on it.
Back up to
San Antonio's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the 3rd quarter so far. Murray outside. 4 on the clock. From deep. Forbes can't get it.
Have that, boy.
Yeah, a little surprised he missed that one so badly. The defense was nowhere to be found.
Pass that shit
Right
early.
on the bucket.
Okay,
And
catch.
now it's an 8-point Pelican lead.
Nice pass there to set that
Pass
basket
out
up.
better time.
Murray kicks to Bertans. Right wing. Murray outside.
Look at through.
Here's the teardrop. No good on the shot. Nice D from Brooks. Pelicans leading by 8. Here's Diallo. The second effort. Rebound San Antonio. 1:58 left here in the 3rd quarter. White down low. Johnson's there. Here's Forbes, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Brooks against Murray. Now here's Brooks. He's guarded closely. Okafor, the pass to Brooks. San Antonio with the rebound. Murray's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Forbes.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
Diallo kicks to Johnson. Okafor dishes to Brooks. For Murray, and Brooks gets it to go. Brooks has got 23. San Antonio's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Here is Forbes, covered by Miller. Forbes, the pass to Bertans. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Just can't allow good looks like that from beyond the arc. That's just inviting all kinds of trouble.
Brooks finds Okafor, shoots over Pirtle, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Important point there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
26 seconds left to play in the third. Right the pass to Bertans. And he drops it in from the low post. Bertans got 8 points here in this quarter. New Orleans in the lead. Miller outside. Back to Brooks for Murray. Will not go. This is off the front iron. For the tie. No good on the last second attempt there. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Pelicans lead by 2. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So for New Orleans right now, Moore outside at the 3 with Randall down the block at 4. Brooks is out there with Holiday, and it's Davis at the 5. Brooks finds Davis.
Found you, boy.
And he makes that one.
And really, that's a perfect screen and roll play that gets AD to look where he wanted it.
San Antonio trailing here. Here's Young. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
Brooks against Young, and the foul called on Marcus Young. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Well, Marcus Aldridge, he's checked in for San Antonio. Gay comes in for Murray. Holiday looking for an opening. Shot clock at 5. Brooks misses.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And the Spurs able to retain possession here.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
Like the aggressiveness and a great effort just to get a hand on it.
To take the lead. Young's shot is off. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. Holiday with the 3.
I'm back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. And Young kicks to Aldridge. Double team on Aldridge. It's Gay with the drive. Over Holiday. Can't hit that one. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Brooks with no one around. Off target from three-point range.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Young for 3. San Antonio again missing.
He was terrific shooting the ball in the first half, but he looks a little bit slower out there, possibly leg tired here in the second half.
Brooks the pass to Randall. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
There's that length and anticipation. Hard to get the ball over Aldridge in that scenario. You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
And that one drops. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
Taking off. We taking off. Can't wait for this.
Such a field shot there.
Taking off.
Spurs have gone just 33% for the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Shot from 16. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. New Orleans gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Moore.
Nice.
That drops and it comes off an assist for Brooks. And now a 7-point New Orleans lead. And San Antonio shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Young with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks and finished off by Gasol.
Cal's so smart at using the angles on the screen roll and then mobile off of the pick to find room to operate.
And the pass to Holiday. Brooks against Gasol. Here's Davis.
Can't guard him.
Number 7 on
Can't
the
guard
night.
him.
7 for 11
go.
on the floor.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Moore against DeRozan. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Down low. Here's Aldridge. The shot's good. Aldridge has got 20.
Well, part of this is on the defense. You let Aldridge get into any kind of rhythm scoring the basketball, and you deserve this kind of punishment.
Brooks kicks to Randall. Back to Brooks. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. He's got 25.
Big baby.
And as much offense as we saw earlier, I mean, we're seeing even more of it here now late in the game.
What is this, February? Feels like an all-star game has broken out. Neither side willing or able to stop the other.
That's it. The Pelican lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Young.
You know, effective from the interior. Young is someone who looks to score once he's that close.
For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field.
Where we going, bro? Confusing me.
Randall grabs the board.
Toss it.
Randall's got his 6th rebound on the night. Dish now to Brooks. Can't hit that one. Good defensive work there by Young.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Passes it to Aldridge. He kicks it to Gay. DeRozan with it. Right side Aldridge. DeRozan against Moore, and it's DeRozan misses. New Orleans leading by 5. Outside Holiday. The feed now to Randall. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Even like 2 minutes.
Enjoyed that unselfish play from Holiday for that swing pass to the open teammate.
Here's Young. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Young's got 10 points here in the second half. Young against Brooks. Over Young. A rebound by the Spurs. Gasol's got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the inside. Here's Gay. Banked in off the glass.
Serious. I'm making everything now.
That Rudy Gay has outstanding job at staying in control, even when getting hit.
Brooks against Young. Randall finds Holiday. Back to Randall. And
It's a play,
Randall
bro.
throws it down.
It's a play. Nice play.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. DeRozan against Moore. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from DeMar DeRozan. Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
DeRozan passes to Gasol.
Too slow.
To the middle. And finished off by Gasol.
How about the authoritative throwdown by Pau Gasol, making his presence felt and rocking the rim.
Brooks, the pass to Randall. Whistle
Stuff.
Bucket is good.
Let's go.
He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart.
So New Orleans wins it. They came in here and
Yes,
took
sir.
care of business like
Yes, sir.
they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never
we're like,
rattled
oh,
at all by the opposing fans.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony,
Horrible.
and David Aldridge, this
Can I be player of the game? I ain't got no player of the game. Unless it's given to me in a secret way. That's spark plug though.
Yeah, so my old coach used to tell me about these sandwiches, and man, I feel like I could go for one of those right now, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm sore.
Hey, AI. Guys in the studio have a few questions for you.
Oh, cool.
Right this way.
Thanks, Charlie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Beats by Dre. Beats by Dre. Thank you. It gets paid.
Hi, this is Shaq. I liked your Russell Westbrook impersonation tonight. When did you first realize that you were getting close to that triple-double?
You know, I guess it's, I realized I was close when they announced that I had one. I mean, it's cool. I'm never going to be that kind of dude who starts pushing teammates out the way. I just try to get like 10 rebounds or something. I actually dislike triple doubles. You know, it invites people to focus on that feat instead of looking at everything else that happened in the game. I think the fans are a little savvier than that one, you know?
Ernie, did he say he dislikes triple doubles? This kid is different. Back to you, Ernie.
Here you go.
First up, So Swaby in the Georgia. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the New Orleans Pelicans. Well, for New Orleans, they're off to a better start than last season, and that certainly bodes well. Always some changes from season to season, but they're going in the right direction. And AI just coming off a triple-double. Shaq, it is amazing how quickly he's become a force in this league.
DIAB, Ernie.
What's that?
Doing it all, baby.
Oh.
Helps the team in every facet of the game.
I like when he diabs. He really showed me something with that performance. He took it over on both ends of the court. Diab.
He's the king of the acronym, this guy, Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaqronym.
A Shaqronym.
Wow, he's fast.
Oh, you are. That's it for us. Kevin Harlan, the rest of the 2K Sports crew standing by.
What's up, AI?
I'm back with graham crackers. No warm up.
Oklahoma, as the Thunder prepare to take the floor. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. This is the last stop for the Pelicans before returning to New Orleans. They've definitely started the season right with a hot start. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Andre Robertson. New Orleans also making some changes. Okafor comes in for Davis, and Brooks subbed in for Payton. So for New Orleans right now, Holiday and Moore filling out the perimeter. Randall out there with Jahlil Okafor, and it's Brooks in at point guard. We are seeing some guys who were role players last year, Doris, now stepping up in their games individually and becoming more prominent.
Well, I think that has to do with two things. First, the off-season work you put in. It's really advanced at this point. And what that work that you put in the off-season does is it raises your confidence level. And when you step between the lines, you better believe you can contribute. So it's, yes, it's skill development, it's strength, it's conditioning, it's nutrition. There's so many things that go into a role player starting to become more assertive and more involved.
Morris against Randall. Back to Westbrook. Schroeder outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Brooks. The Thunder with another miss.
He does everything right except drain the shot.
From deep, Moore. The rebound by Steven Adams. Thunder trailing by 5. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
There's Schroeder. How? 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Greg, certainly the knock on Dennis Schroeder, his play on the defensive end.
Nobody questions how effective he is on offense. I just think he has a tendency to take a few too many plays off and too many chances on defense. If he wants to be viewed as a top point guard in this league, he'll need to show some consistency on the defensive end.
Noel's checked in for the Thunder. Jeremy Grant comes in for Markieff Morris. And then for New Orleans, Darius Miller, he's checked in for Julius Randle. Stanley Johnson comes in for Ejuan Moore. And Tim Frazier subbed in for Drew Holiday. Frazier kicks to Brooks. Shoots over Schroeder. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively, because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
Johnson in the corner. From beyond the arc. Pelicans keep it alive. Here's Brooks. Here's Okafor. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
And gobbled up that rebound and went straight into attack mode on the putback.
Oof, he is one of the most determined rebounders, guys, we have got in the NBA.
The tireless work ethic, the passion. He's a guy the team relies on for that.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
Boy, you can see the athleticism. Russell Westbrook hard to stop when he's inside that close.
And stolen by
Come
Noel.
on, nigga.
And slam dunk by Noel.
Kev, love the connection Noel has built with his teammates. Smart at knowing when to time that alley-oop.
And that was an Unleashed Chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Poked away. It's stolen by Schroeder. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Start.
Well, to say it's not easy to guard Russell Westbrook is an understatement.
Redo all that. Redo all that. That was some bullshit.
Next week, we're at the My Team Unlimited Tournament Finals to bring you.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson.
From Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, the home of the Thunder, we're broadcasting from the Chesapeake Energy Arena. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. You look at the Pelicans. Guys, what a terrific start to the season. So look for Oklahoma City. Noel's checked in for Steven Adams. Grant comes in for Markieff Morris. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Robertson. And a change for the Pelicans. Brooks checked in. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Down low, it's Randall and Davis. Holiday and Moore filling out the perimeter. And it's Brooks in at the 1. Doris, I'm looking at Jeremy Grant, a second-round pick back in 2014 out of Syracuse. The Grant family has produced a number of NBA players. What do you think caused him to slip to the second round?
Well, Jeremy Grant was definitely a young man drafted on potential. Here we have a great athlete whose game is still sort of rounding its way out. He has gotten on the floor in the NBA because of his defense, his ability to run in transition, and I think on the offensive end, there are a number of areas he can improve on. He can become a knockdown mid-range shooter. He can get 8 to 10 points in transition or offensive rebounds. There's a lot to like here, Kevin.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws of the game.
And it's been an issue for them as it was last year, only 72% from the line.
So, Kevin, Russell Westbrook wins the 2017 MVP award. Does he relax and rest on his laurels? Heck no. This guy is just striving for greatness. I love it.
New Orleans making a switch here. Miller's checked in.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Schroeder against Brooks. Schroeder kicks to Grant. Trying his luck deep. Traps in the tray.
Well, Grant is going to have to expand his range. And how about the confidence on that jumper?
Here's Brooks. And it's Noel with the rebound. Thunder have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. And No good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, there's no doubt. They were sharp on the offensive end. The bench guys just did a sensational job bringing their A game.
Thunder trailing by 5. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Coach Billy Donovan.
And Coach had nothing but praise for his players, saying, "They've done everything I've asked. They put in the extra work in practice, trying to turn their weaknesses into strengths. That's showing up in the win column." As a coach, Kevin, that's probably the best you can ask for. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
The Thunder have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Outside Westbrook, over Holiday, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
I love how Westbrook rises and fires immediately. Ball touches his hands and it's gone before you can blink.
Inside, it's tipped and stolen by Noel. And down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
We know that Russell Westbrook will have the ball in his hands and initiate their offense. And how about that superior passing?
And Davis throws it down.
He's gonna play up.
He pulls off the Houdini to make
guys
that
have
catch
a Raymond. You
and
guys
slam
pop,
it through.
subscribe, and share. Peace, you guys beat me up.
Alley-oop. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Happy. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Well, Dennis Schroeder showed he can handle high usage in an offense. Was the first option for the Hawks this past season. Even with defenses keyed in on him, he was able to average right around 20 points.
Oklahoma City shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, I created a lot of styles in 2K. Pretty much forced 2K to change the game, man. I've been playing since like 2K14, so.
And he makes the first. And with Schroeder, he said he learned how to deal with all that extra defensive attention.
And being able to stay productive when dealing with the best opposing defender goes a long way in the NBA. Schroeder also managed to cut down on his turnovers while taking on more of a playmaker role. Strong year for him offensively, and I wouldn't be surprised if he continues to grow as a player.
Boy, he's just been so consistent, right? I mean, every time he's gotten to the stripe, he's delivered. This is great stuff.
And already you're seeing great execution.
You guys keep up me on social media.
Well, I like the synergy, right? The ball is moving well, and they're seeing that hard work pay off.
Felton the pass to Noel.
For my 1 year anniversary. This is my injury.
Teardrop shot.
Nearly 100%
down
healthy.
to 5 on the shot clock. No good from Grant.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And the shot is good from Johnson. Under trailing by 5. Felton with the ball. Passes to Schroeder. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That video will be on YouTube.
And Greg, certainly the knock on Dennis Schroeder is play on the defensive end.
Nobody questions how effective he is on offense. I just think he has a tendency to take a few too many plays off and too many chances on defense. If he wants to be viewed as a top point guard in this league, he'll need to show some consistency on the defensive end.
Diallo, he's checked in for Miller. Felton against Brooks. Johnson kicks to Brooks. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Frazier against Schroeder. Back to Noel. Out left to the wing. Felton inside the three-point line. Okafor grabs the miss. New Orleans leading by 6. The feed now to Johnson. George against Johnson. Left side, George. Schroeder outside. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense.
Tell you, my guy.
And Jeremy Grant. Great genes for the game, Greg. Father was Harvey, uncle was Horace, both NBA players and stars. His brother Jerian also in the association.
Yeah, and Jeremy might be the best athletically of them all. I mean, 6'8" with that 7'3" wingspan, great bounce. If he can develop his skill to match, he'll have a long and prosperous NBA career.
And there's Felton. That's good on the assist by Noel. Felton has got his first bucket in this one. New Orleans gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Schroeder against Brooks. Shoots over Schroeder, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
I'll tell you, this guy will not stop pouring it on. It doesn't matter what approach they've tried to use against him. He has had an answer for everything.
Felton finds Noel, and Noel throws it down.
Amazing recognition by Felton. Sees the wide open man, sends it on time and on target.
To the right side. Okafor dishes to Brooks. A floater.
Come on, man.
There's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call. Oklahoma City with the foul. First free throw is good. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Left side, George. No good on the three. Pelicans leading by 4. And there's the pass to Diallo. Misses off the right eye.
It's not Diallo.
Right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Yeah, that's a surprising miss, Greg. I have a feeling if they get that shot again, they'll knock it down next time.
And where you at, boy?
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Boy, he could wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
Schroeder. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. We have all seen the incredible dunk. Here's what AI had to say about his viral slam over Corey Harris.
You know, the funny thing about that is that when it happened, I didn't even think about how big it was going to be. You know, Corey and I go way back, so I was just happy to have gotten one over on him. It really wasn't until the next day that when my phone started blowing up that I realized just how big the reaction was to that dunk.
Yeah, I can only imagine the amount of texts and calls that flooded AI's phone after that dunk. My goodness.
And what's interesting, though, is that he didn't even realize what he had done. Sometimes you just get caught up in the moment of a play.
Hell no.
It isn't until after that you see the degree of difficulty of what you just pulled off.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
I think one key is they've controlled the tempo so far. And I know it's early, but it helps to have this kind of lead.
They've got Morris. Felton is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Paul George, and it's Adams, and at the 5. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. 4 on the shot clock. Lets it go from the wing. No good off the front iron. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. 7-point differential. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Yeah, tough place to play on the road.
Oh, man. I'm trying to get there. I knew some shit like that was going to happen.
Amazing, Greg, that the hostile environment had 0 effect. Instead, they embraced the challenge and absolutely shot lights out.
Robertson, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Brooks with the bucket. Brooks has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for New Orleans.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
George with no one around. Hits it from 3-point range.
Well, we knew that Paul Paul George was a long-limbed, exceptional defender coming out of Fresno. His offense, though, has been impressive from the time he has stepped between the lines on the NBA level.
On the wing, Johnson. Knocked away. Brooks with no one around. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
He started the game scorching the nets from deep. 3 triples in the first period, but none here in the second.
Early on, just watching certain veteran players, Doris, continuing to play at a high level after so many years.
And what you love is the great ones seem to adjust their games along the way, and not only adjust their games, but add dimensions, whether it's being able to go down into the low post position if you're a point guard, a 2-guard, or even a 3-man. But the other part of this, Kevin, is the off-the-court stuff. The better nutrition that these guys are being much smarter about. The strength and conditioning programs they're putting themselves through in the offseason. All of that raises the level in the NBA.
To the inside.
Finish that. Let's go.
Diallo's got his first points in this one.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Felton kicks to Morris. Left side, Adams. In the corner, George with it. From 18 feet away. And that one, good. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
This is one of Paul George's go-to shots. His confidence and ability to rise and fire quickly from the mid-range, crucial.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Getting their first look at the Thunder. And this
and they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Russell Westbrook in for Paul George. And then for New Orleans, Etron Moore comes in for Stanley Johnson. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Frazier. Brooks right side. It's Okafor atop the key.
Put on the ball, bro.
On the wing, Brooks. He's covered by Westbrook. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Grant is checking. They have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. One misses for Okafor.
Well, it's been nothing short of a roller coaster, obviously, for Jahlil Okafor. What we know, guys, is he can be a scorer in the NBA and score it at a high level. I think his future is contingent on can he defend in the NBA. That's the only question.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. They trail by 6. Westbrook kicks to George. Clock at 6. Drains it from beyond the arc. George has got 8 here in the quarter. And Okafor got what he wanted last season, didn't he? A trade.
The 76ers were trying to move him, but couldn't find a return that they liked. Now, hopefully this starts the next chapter in his career, and he can get things back on track. The only way he doesn't finish is if the defense gets in his face. Nice job.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Brooks from outside. Westbrook pulls it in.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Well, you can see he's sputtering a bit, but he's trying to get going. I do like that he's continuing to be aggressive.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Brooks with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Brooks misses.
Well, there's no consistency from the field in this quarter. We'll see if he can get his shot going.
Westbrook against Holiday. They now take the lead. And it's 9 points for Russell Westbrook.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Brooks outside. Deflects the pass. Adams against Okafor. Over Adams. Now here's Brooks. He's covered closely. 6 6 on the shot clock to end the drought. Johnson's shot is off. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They can look forward to the Quicken Loans Arena after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Brooks against Schroeder. Charity stripe shot. Brooks misses. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. Here's Schroeder. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on Holiday. For Oklahoma City, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. Schroeder hits them both. And a close game so far to the first 2 quarters as we
It's for the host, young boy.
Thunder lead by 5.
It's for the host.
Thank you, Kevin. Alfred, how big is defense going to be in the second half to help you get this win?
It's going to be big. That's what it's going to come down to. The defense wins games.
It certainly does, Alfred. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. If you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Really an incredible game from AI.
Yeah, the rebounding, particularly on the offensive side.
The Thunder, Markieff Morris is checked in for Adams. Jeremy Grant comes in for Nerlens Noel. That's Felton in for Andre Robertson. And then for New Orleans, Diallo, he's checked in for Okafor. Darius Miller comes in for Drew Holiday. And Brooks subbed in for Elfrid Payton. So for New Orleans right now, Brooks is out there with E'Twaun Moore. Then it's Randall. Then there's Darius Miller, and it's Diallo in at the 5, roaming the paint. Moore against Westbrook. Unable to get that one. And New Orleans will come the other way. And it's time for an injury report. And now let's check in with David Aldridge to see how Anthony Davis is doing. David
told me that in his opinion, the injury does not appear to be too serious.
My old teammates are in my way,
for them
bro.
to swallow so early in the season. It clearly changes the look of this team going forward, Kevin.
Okay, Dave, thanks. Sounds like he won't be out for too long. Three-pointer, Brooks. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Nice timing to get up on that shot.
Boy, you can't ask for better defense, Greg. Excellent work getting right into the grill of the shooter. Boy, for a capable three-point shooter, that's one he expects to make.
Tries from 16. That's good on the jump shot. Brooks has got 21.
When you think about Billy Donovan, to me, he's a guy who values trust and building relationships with players. This guy is not a dictator. He wants to help players grow and develop, and that helps you win. Boy, what has gotten into him? He's taken his game to an unreal level this quarter.
It's good. Brooks has got 7 now in this quarter. Now here's Westbrook. 21 points in the game. Pass to Grant. Outside, Felton. Got a hand on it, and he recovers it. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Out to Brooks with a tie. Offensive rebound, Diallo, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Markieff Morris. In the past, it has been suggested, Doris, that up-tempo teams couldn't maintain that style and then go on to win the playoffs. Is that an outdated theory and thought process?
Well, I think it is always contingent on the team, Kevin. You think back to the Lakers Showtime era, when the reality is those were up-tempo, Showtime type teams, right? They could sustain it. But I think the fact of the matter is the teams that sustain success are the ones that can play in virtually any style. Can they play up-tempo if you allow them? Certainly. But when the game slows, particularly in the playoffs and the postseason, can you execute in the half court? Because you've got to be able to play both ways, I think, to win in the modern NBA.
And again, New Orleans has no up. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Felton the pass to Schroeder.
Good. Backtrack, bro.
Felton has got 4 assists in the game.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball.
Wow.
To the post that time.
Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. A brief moment here to recognize a player that's really been getting it done. He's earned the Player of the Week in the Western Conference.
Well, it's not often you see someone be this impactful on the defensive end, but that's what makes him special. I mean, he's been doing all the little things that don't necessarily show up in the box score, but you can bet his coach and teammates know that he's been carrying the team with his D.
And Oklahoma City making a change.
I've got any
Adams
steals, that's
in.
And one of the problems in the first half that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
And here is Felton. Pass to Grant. Puts up a 3. It's good from Schroeder on the inside.
Take a 2 then a 3. That's for the team.
Grant's got his
Lost grade for the team.
This one.
Give me
Pelicans trail by 7.
Sacrifice.
Poked away.
Come on, God! Come on, God!
Gets it to go for
number
8. He's taking just 10 shots.
Davis play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Brooks misses. The Thunder leading by 9. To the middle. And the dunk by Grant.
Really impressed with how they've been able to maintain that focus.
Run a play.
I think it's obvious, Greg. They want this win. They're showing no let-up in their attack right now.
Let's go.
And the New Orleans Pelicans with another turnover here. A chance to take a moment to compare the front court and backcourt scoring on the night for the Thunder.
And their guards have been the difference makers. This lead wouldn't be nearly as big as it is if it wasn't for that backcourt. Those guys have been running wild.
And George kicks it over to Schroeder. And taken away by Johnson. Moore in the corner. Back to Brooks. Johnson outside. Dishes to Brooks. 5 on the clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Here's Diallo, and Adams sends it back.
Well, so good at anticipating when shots are going to go up. Steven Adams, terrific protecting the basket.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Nerlens Noel comes in for Jeremy Grant, and Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Raymond Felton. Davis is checked in for New Orleans. Here's George. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
Well, if it ain't broke,
let's not be down by 20, please. Let's go.
They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Need you to score by.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Johnson's got his second basket of the night.
Outstanding pass. He reads the play as it develops, and his lead pass is absolutely
defense. Come on.
He can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Inside, shoots it.
Just score, bro.
That's it, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Moore.
I love that dish down low.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Adams finds Noel. Here's George. Stolen by Brooks. And here comes Moore, leading the fast break. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Moore's got it back down to single digits for the Pelicans. Oklahoma City's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
When you think about the Oklahoma City Thunder, you have to start and end the conversation with the historic regular seasons put on by Russell Westbrook. The one thing you have to wonder, has he taken them as far as he can?
And if you're building a team around Westbrook on paper, Doris, how do you do it?
Well, he's a player, obviously, who needs the basketball in his hands. And if you look at a team like the Rockets, where James Harden is complemented by shooters and a rim runner, you wonder if that's the blueprint for somebody like Russell Westbrook.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans.
Fucking assignment slow, bro.
And it's Drew Holiday in for Moore.
Man, have
have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Three-pointer, Brooks. Nailed
Fall
from
asleep on me,
three-point
bitch.
land.
Fall asleep
Brooks
on
has
me.
got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Pelicans. Oklahoma City leading by 7. Schroeder looking around, kicks it to Westbrook. There's 37 seconds left here in the third quarter. Chalk up 2 there.
Well, why not, Kevin, right? When Russell Westbrook is working to the degree he is tonight, why wouldn't you consistently run your offense through him? It makes perfect sense.
Here's Davis. Back to Brooks. Lays it up off the glass. Brooks has got 30 points.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Westbrook against
That's some
Howard.
shit, bro. That's some shit.
Back to Schroeder. The 3. The shot comes out. Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for Oklahoma City. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. They've got Adams. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Russell Westbrook. Then it's Noel. And it's George in at the small forward position. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Oklahoma City leading by 7. With the floater. And Westbrook with the layup. Westbrook's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Thunder. Payton dishes to Brooks. Back to Payton. George against Holiday. Brooks outside. Shot clock at 6. Davis, the pass to Brooks. Good on the bucket. Brooks has got 32 points.
He's shooting the lights out down the stretch, trying to keep them competitive.
Westbrook feeling it out a bit. And it's Schroeder in the corner. From the arc, Adams trying to free himself up. And it's Westbrook missing. Pelicans trailed by 7. Payton outside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Wednesday, the Chicago Bulls come into town, tipping off a homestand for them. Then on Saturday, it'll be the Phoenix Suns coming into town.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
George against Holiday. Lets it go from the wing. Again, Oklahoma City.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Westbrook against Brooks. He kicks to Holiday. Back to Brooks. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Tipped away. Over to the left wing. Nobody near Schroeder. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter. The defense not doing its job there. Left him wide open, and I'm sure he's kicking himself for not cashing in.
Miller kicks to Holiday. It's rebounded by Robertson.
Well, it's not the defense that caused that miss. That one's all on him.
Double team on Westbrook. Stolen by Brooks. From deep three-point range. Offensive rebound. Moore. And Adams sends it back. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. A different look for Oklahoma City. Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Felton. And it's Paul George in for Dennis Schroeder. And New Orleans also making a change. Davis is checked in for Darius Miller. Nice shot by Brooks. Brooks has got 18 points now here in the second half.
Yeah, great body control, and no one was around. On defense to contest.
To the paint. It's stolen by Davis. 4 on 3 as they bring it up from 13. Feeds it to Brooks. The layup off target. The Thunder leading by 13. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That is his first foul of the game. And the Thunder making a switch here. Nader's checked in. Here's Westbrook. Easy jumper from very short distance. Westbrook's got 27 points.
I can't imagine the energy expended by Russell Westbrook. Always a threat to score, even when he's getting knocked around.
Randall with the bucket.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
Here's George. And yes, it's good. George has got 30.
And guys, what we saw
Making
here
every
tonight
fucking shot.
is one side having everything
God
going
damn,
for
no
them.
defense.
Huge margin of victory for Oklahoma City.
Fuck off,
What do
bro.
you think was the deciding factor in this one?
Fucking
I
hell.
think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him
Every
to 7
possession
wins.
has to be a
They can
bucket.
chalk this one up, but these two teams
Nah,
will
nigga,
see
shut
plenty
the
more
fuck up.
of one
Chalk
another
this shit up.
before the season's over.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for George.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a
Why am I
great
fucking
all-around
missing?
game. And he needs to find other ways.
Fucking shit. Fuck this shit, bro.